You end up with a 2-on-1 cross rest. Is it okay to come out of legs and hit a nice tilt?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay, don't forget that everything that we're doing here transitions to some really good normal moves. Okay? Hammer locks are there too, if you know that. So we got our leg under, and this is one of my favorite ways to break somebody down. I like to, and so does Danny, I like to get my crossbody in, alright, and lace the forearm from behind. You guys see that? Okay? I go. You don't go over the top and that's wrong. Okay? You don't do that. And some of y'all are going to want to do that. Instead, reset, put your elbow in his armpit, go underneath from behind, right there. Now, when we start out doing a guillotine, one of the biggest problems people have is they want to pull the arm in the air and sit back on their butt. Like this. And that puts the guy on top of you. That puts the guy on top of you. That sits you on your own butt, and it puts your hips underneath. Okay? This is a guillotine is all you can do from there. There are no transitions. And if it doesn't work out, okay, you're going to end up getting reversed. And we don't want that. It's not how we wrestle with legs. Build it all the way back up. Because remember, where are we also good? We're good at neutral too, right? We don't have to go all or nothing, guys. Okay? So instead, when we get that arm lace right there, what we're going to do, and if you need to double up on it, go ahead and double up on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to drive through that arm. We might hit our face on the mat. That's okay, especially Danny. Okay? Drive through, and you want to end up right there. Okay? You want to end up right there. Now what we're looking for is we want to break him down and have that arm loose like that. We're going to grab it at the wrist. We're going to put it over our head. Now there's a couple things that you got to do in order to do a guillotine correctly against good kids. So make sure you focus. Go back. We haven't gotten there yet. That would be left. Okay. So we got the arm over our head. First thing that you have to do is reinforce the leg. Okay? If you do this move, you go under your foot, over his. We learned this yesterday. Reinforce the leg so we don't lose it. You got to do that as soon as you can, okay? Now next thing, and this is a common problem, a lot more people are throwing legs here in Virginia than they used to. So what's going to happen is, what I used to teach is to bridge back on this. All right, we would just bridge back and the guy would eventually go. Well, kids are starting to understand that if someone bridges back on me, all I have to do is sit there with my belly down, and when it gets to a certain point, I make a noise. And the ref stops it. Very good noise, by the way. Okay? So we used to do that. We'd just bridge back because we knew the guy was going to go. All right? And we would bridge. The guy would make a noise, and the ref would stop the match. So that's not working out for us. So we had to come up with a solution. Here's our solution. As we come up a little bit, we put our tricep in his shoulder and push with our hand. Then we put our tricep inch by inch. You see how he's pushing inch by inch? The shoulder's got to go. You guys understand that? Now we bridge a little bit, but as soon as we get to the point where we think he's going to cry like a baby, we push his shoulder with our tricep. And we just keep going. Right there. Stop. Now, we could score near fall right there. We wouldn't need to move anymore, but we're going to do a little bit more. And the next biggest mistake people make is they feel like they're about to get the big pin. They get really greedy. And they let go with this hand and they grab the head and they loop. This is that shoulder position right here. Okay? And do you see how the shoulder's up? Can you all see how the shoulder's up right here? We're back behind the shoulder. We're not going to pin that guy. We could lock our hands and we could squeeze as hard as we want. And the harder we squeeze, the more we trap the shoulder right here. Okay? So go back a little bit. So we're right here. Alright? What we got to make sure we have is our tricep on top of the shoulder. Now I'm not going to lie, that hurts us a little bit too. There's a little bit of pain for us. We're putting our own self in a little bit. It's going to hurt him a lot more. Okay? So we're going to keep our tricep over the shoulder. We're going to go under with our arm. And we're going to end up with our elbow all the way behind the head. Now once we start getting near fall, it is legal to lock our hands, even though we don't have an arm. Okay? So we lock our hands. And in a real match, we would squeeze really, really hard and stretch him out until he got pinned. Okay, reset all the way. So let's walk through this again real quick. All right, under the arm, drive forward instead of pulling back. Break them down and stay on top. Put the arm over our head, reinforce the leg. Now push, 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 push. Now when we lock, make sure you have your tricep over the shoulder when we lock. Elbow behind the head. Lock your hands when you're in near fall criteria. And make him cry for mommy. All right? Give it a try. 1, 2, 3.